carries with it legacy, carries with it death, devastation, beauty. This incredible jewel has not just been passed down through generations, it's been stolen, it's been fought over, it's gone through all manner of chicanery and skullduggery to get it to its current point. It carries with it a curse because of its sheer history of death and deprivation.
The Koh-i-Noor, 105 carats, oval-shaped, and arguably the world's most famous diamond. Today, it's set among 2,800 other stones in the crown jewels, but it hasn't always been there. Thousands of years ago, a diamond was sifted from the sand of India's alluvial mines. Its splendour was beguiling, so much so that by 1635 it was adorning the throne of Mughal ruler Shah Jahan among a glittering sea of rubies, emeralds and pearls. The Mughals retained power in India for a century after the throne was created, but soon the country's vast riches became famous, and Persian ruler Nader Shah decided it was time to invade. In 1739 he entered Delhi and stole so much treasure it took 700 elephants, 4,000 camels and 12,000 horses to pull it. The throne was among his loot. For the first time in its existence, the Koh-i-Noor left India. Shah removed the diamond from the throne and placed it on an armband which he wore. The diamond lived in a country that would become Afghanistan for the next 70 years, passing between rulers in blood-soaked battles. By 1813, it was back in India and in the possession of Sikh ruler Ranjit Singh.
It has passed down through a myriad of dynasties, of invaders in India, of rulers who had kingdoms and fiefdoms there, and all these dynasties were marked on its resplendent beauty, its sheer size, its scale. They all sort of coalesced around one vision, which was that this was a simply beautiful piece of jewellery and an incredible natural resource that they all sought to shape within their own worldview to fit their dynasty, their empire.
Soon, the British East India Company heard rumour of a priceless piece of treasure called the Koh-i-Noor and set their sights on procuring it. To Lord Dalhousie, the imperialist Governor-General of India, the diamond was the ultimate symbol of power. He wanted Britain to own the jewel of India as well as the country itself.
He was worthy of the Queen because he knew its power, he knew its history, and he knew that it epitomised superior British rule over its subjects.
Lord Dalhousie's opportunity finally came in 1849. Ranjit Singh had died, and Duleep Singh, a 10-year-old boy, came to be next in line for the throne. The British imprisoned his mother and forced Duleep to give them the Koh-i-Noor.
There's the land that was rich with civilization, rich with wealth, which was admired and sought after by many imperial regimes, and over the years that land had been dismembered. It had a lot of its wealth siphoned off to better and to uplift other civilizations across the globe. So what that leaves then is a land which is splintered, which is divided amongst itself, a populace that doubts its language, its heritage, and that trauma takes many, many, many years to get over and to put those pieces back together again.
The diamond was a special possession of Queen Victoria, who originally wore it as a brooch, and eventually it became part of the crown jewels. It made a public appearance in 2002 atop the Queen Mother's coffin. However, it was the death of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022 that saw the words Koh-i-Noor begin to trend on Twitter. Many Indians were calling for the diamond to be returned.
Of course, as an individual, there was nothing but respect for the Queen because she always imparted herself with class and dignity, and that was undeniable. But it also marked a clear point in the Indian subconscious that this is the end of an era linked to India's darkest chapters.
But the Koh-i-Noor has been stolen and moved countless times over its long history. The question remains, where might it go next?
Whether it's going to be India or Iran or Pakistan who lays claim to it, it is an entire contiguous area that has been traumatized by imperialism. I think to India, it really represents a chance to put aside a lot of its darkest chapters of history, a lot of the fact that its wealth had been taken from its lands, and really provides a sense of addressing trauma, a chance to educate and inform the populace. It represents a chance to really think about drawing a line under many centuries of extremely dark history.
The history of the world's most famous and most controversial diamond continues to be written.